I'm wondering if Michelle can still hear me. Michelle, are you there?
Yes, Eric, I can hear you.
We had a report that there was a fire near that area. Have you seen that anywhere?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I believe just a few minutes ago we showed the tape of that fire. That fire is now out. It was on a street called KTLA off of La Cienega, and it was a house that caught on fire as a result of this quake. And my understanding is that that fire is now out. We cannot see it from this location, but we were just there to check it out.
Michelle, we're looking at tape of it now.
Yes, minor injuries to a couple that lived in that fire, in that house. And it was solely to that one house. My understanding is it did not spread to other houses in that area, but that is now out. However, the house has been completely destroyed.
Have you seen any other damage, Michelle, of a structural nature other than the portion of the collapsed freeway which you showed us a moment ago?
In this immediate vicinity, right around this freeway, this is really the extent of the damage that we have seen. Now, of course, Larry, it's dark out. We can't see a lot, and I'm sure that we're going to be able to discover a lot more as soon as daybreak happens. Now, on our way here, we saw some damage from buildings and places of business, some windows broken, things like that. Yes,
Michelle,
Eric.
we hate to interrupt you, but we're going to go now to Skycam 5, which is in the San Fernando Valley area. Jennifer York apparently overhead the site of some serious damage. I don't know if we have that available.
Yes. But Michelle, would you stay right there? We'll get back to you.
There we go. This is, we don't have an exact location. Can we hear you, Jennifer?
It's in the San Fernando Valley, I understand, Eric. I don't know what the exact location is, but this is one of several fires which I understand Skycam 5 is over. And
Copy me? Good morning. Good morning.
Hi, Jennifer. We can hear you now.
Morning.
Go ahead and tell us what you know.
We are just north of the 118 freeway. Again, it's very dark out here in the valley, but my guess is about Balboa, the Balboa off-ramp north of the 118. I can tell you these are homes that are completely engulfed in flames right now. It looks like at least 4 of them in the vicinity of this area that are completely ablaze right now. It looks like this could be a gas fire as well. Now, there's also a broken water main, and that is what you see on the streets. We're not able to give you a tight shot of that at this time. There's a broken water main as well. Now, as I look along the northern end of this valley, I can see about 6 other homes that are on fire throughout this various area. Again, this is just the north of the 118 freeway near the Balboa off-ramp. We do have fire trucks on the scene, but again, with the broken water main, I don't know how they're actually going to work that in terms of getting the water onto the houses. I can see a couple of hoses spraying the roofs of the homes around these particular homes that are burning. Now, the streets are extremely heavy here, and because of this broken water main, it's also causing a backup on the surface streets just north of the 118 freeway. Again, I can tell you the fire department is on the scene, and at this point, it looks like at least 4 homes are on fire. And again, as I look throughout the valley, I can see other homes that are completely ablaze.
We're losing Skycam's picture. Jennifer, if you would stand by.
We're looking at pictures from where Michelle Ruiz is, which is on the Santa Monica Freeway near La Cienega. And this is a site of a major freeway collapse, and we've seen how the whole entire freeway is buckled in that area.
I guess it would be advisable to tell people that they shouldn't use the freeways, particularly those areas of the freeways which have overpasses or underpasses, unless it's absolutely necessary, because that's an obvious area of great danger.
Yeah.
A massive earthquake, registering, we are told, by Caltech, 6.5 on the Richter scale, with the epicenter in the San Fernando Valley, about 2 miles from Northridge. We are getting constant reports of all kinds of damage, of portions of freeways that have collapsed, particularly in the Santa Monica area. We're getting fires in the San Fernando Valley.
On the west side of Los Angeles, one of the most dramatic examples of earthquake damage that we've seen so far. Go ahead, Michelle.
Yes, Eric. As a matter of fact, you can see right here how extensive the damage is to this bridge crossing right over Venice Boulevard. This basically is the section where Venice and La Cienega connect. This is the bridge that goes over Venice. My understanding is the damage goes all the way to, starts at Fairfax, actually, and then ends here where we are at this location. Lots and lots of damage. You can see the bridge is collapsed. You can see the cabling coming down. You can see right over here, Mike, if we can show them. It's basically split in totality right here. I have been told by residents who live right across the street that there is a storage area right underneath here. We have not been able to confirm that. They say that there are some people who live here because they maintain the storage area 24 hours on a 24-hour schedule, and we have not been able to confirm how the...
Let us interrupt the verbal reportage from Los Angeles for just a second now to go to CNN correspondent Greg Lamont, who joins us live. Greg, first, where are you?
Well, we are outside the CNN building in downtown Los Angeles, actually in Hollywood area. Our electricity, like everyone else's, is out. There is a huge area of Los Angeles that is without power and has been ever since this quake struck at about 4:31 this morning. Lasted for 20 to 30 seconds. It was as though some people describe rolling motions. In this case, it was as though somebody grabbed you by the shoulders and just started shaking you. It's fairly violent. For some reason, the power in my house stayed on, but driving into work this morning, most of Los Angeles is without power. As I said, our bureau is without power right now. We're running off of electricity provided by our KU truck. Damage, as I'm told, is fairly widespread in the downtown Los Angeles area and in the Hollywood area. Going into work this morning, there were plate glass windows out all over the place. We've been told...
A large business complex, 2 stories, completely engulfed in flames. It is burning. In fact, the whole building is gutted. Tremendous smoke going up there. Their offices all the way across the floor. It looks like at least eight business offices. Everything is lost.
We've had serious structural damage on 3 freeways, by the way. The Santa Monica, which is the 10, the Simi Valley Freeway, which is the 118, and the Golden State, which is the 5 freeway.
Okay, now you say you've had reports of major damage there. How extensive is the damage on each of these freeways? We've seen pictures this morning of the damage on the bridge. I believe it's the Fairfax Bridge on the Santa Monica, which is the 10 there. Can you give us some more information about how
I
extensive
understand.
the damage is?
It has not been described in detail, but I believe they've had similar type of damage on the other 2 freeways.
International Airport, and we understand 1 or 2 regional airports also have been shut down. So people traveling to California today certainly would want to contact their airlines before they try to leave. President Clinton is being kept advised of the status of the quake and damage estimates as they come in, as well as casualties if and when they come in. We'll continue our live coverage after this.
Please monitor the situation.
And also the northbound
All right.
before the 14.
Jennifer, so what is collapsed down on the, what we see here? This is the 14 transition.
This is the 14
And this
to the
is
southbound, transition road to the southbound 5.
All right, but now which, the freeway that's underneath is the 5?
That is the 5, yes, that's the 5 freeway, northbound. That's what you're looking at, the north and southbound lanes of the 5.
Okay, so both north and south. Oh, I see now. As we pull out, yeah, you can see the transition.
Actually, this is the, okay, it has collapsed onto the southbound side of the 5 as well. This is the southbound 14 transition road onto the southbound 5, and it's collapsed on top of the southbound 5. Do you understand that now?
Yeah, no, I understand.
Okay.
Now, this is, they also have a truck route here, so they're able to divert some of the traffic around this area and get it up and down, but not up the 14.
Jennifer, now, we've been told that this is the same one that collapsed in 1971. Supposedly they redid it, and it was supposed to be better, but it didn't withstand this quake.
Well, they have been made to try and withstand some of this, but they're not completely earthquake-proof, as we all know. Now, if I look a little north of this, you'll see that they have had to shut down the entire freeway, so there's quite a bit of backup. I can see a lot of trucks parked along the freeway.
And you counted 4 or 5 cars, you believe,
that are
underneath
trapped,
there?
Yes. I can see at least, as you can see, 2 on top of the freeway that are right in the midst of that crack, and then underneath I saw, I think, 2. Again, we do have a county fire helicopter that has landed on the freeway right now, and we're just standing by to see what they're going to do.
Any neighborhood that you know of?
Yeah, what happened was this truck right here, this white dually.
Right.
We had the water, I guess the line broke or something like that, and what happened was this truck tried to shoot through it, ended up igniting the fire somehow, and it blew up. We were all out here, it knocked us all down.
Oh, we don't know. What about the people in the truck? Do you know the person in the truck?
I believe they're deceased, I'm not sure.